Good morning and welcome to Zen and the Art of Movies. Zen and the Art of Movies. And the movie I want to point to today or suggest or talk about today is Avatar, an arousing wonder, which we can call aesthetic arrest. Let me read you what aesthetic arrest, what this one definition that came by Robert Rye. The contemplative instant at which an artwork is appreciated by the mind, which has been arrested by its wholeness and fascinated by its harmony, is the luminous silent stasis of aesthetic pleasure. So let's just stop with the arousing of wonder and awe. Shock and awe, like Bush did with in his invasion of Iraq. Aesthetic of pleasure is shock and awe. It shocks you. It's awesome. Now, Avatar did that. Avatar, through its special effects, CGI, and its story, was shockingly awesome. Remember when you first saw the floating mountains, when you first saw Pandora, when you first saw the magnificence of Pandora and the flying horses, the whatever you call them. But the point is the wonder of it, the aesthetic arrest of it. And if you look at the moment of this is the magic achievement of movies. This is what they all want to achieve. They want to achieve that moment where the mind just goes, the mouth drops open. Horror movies do it. And special effects, you see. And all of these movies are trying for that magic aesthetic arrest when the mind, the thinking mind, the critical mind, the separated mind, the observing mind is struck silent. And awe, aesthetic arrest, the mind, the separated mind, the ego, the sense of self, where we live all the days, waiting for the next movie, hoping for another aesthetic arrest. This is suspended by awe. It doesn't have to be a movie, doesn't have to be an artwork. Go to the Grand Canyon. When the Twin Towers came down, we were struck with awe. We were shocked and struck with awe. This can't be happening. This is impossible. This can't be happening, you see. Death brings shock and awe. Suddenly a family member is killed in an accident. This can't be happening. Grief is shock and awe. The suspension of the thinking, separate sense of self can be created by natural situations, by artwork, particularly by scenic wonders, you see. But most of all, the art that suspends, that arrests, that gives us an aesthetic arrest is movies. And Avatar is the greatest example I know of that suspended the critical mind and just opened you up into the awesome beauty of Pandora. So this shock and awe, this aesthetic, returns us to the mind of a child. Children are shocked and awe all the time. A flower. A kitty cat. You see, the innocent mind is shocked and awed by everything because it sees it for the first time. Shock and awe, aesthetic arrest, is when you see something for the first time. At the end of our exploring, there is no end to exploring, and at the end of our exploring, we'll see where we started at the first time. I think T.S. Eliot said that, but this idea of seeing something for the first time is aesthetic arrest. You grew up in a hometown, and you're boring. You know everybody. Yada, yada. Oh, God. I just want to get out of this hometown. And suddenly, there's a shock and awe experience, and you see your hometown for the first time. This is what the Wizard of Oz was about. It's a metaphorical way of shocking Dorothy out of her hometown trance. And she woke up, and she saw her neighbors, her family, for the first time. And, of course, they were all the characters in her Oz, you see. And shock and awe of Avatar. Jake Sully goes through the mythic journey of waking up from the no man's land where he's caught between two viewpoints, the viewpoint of the humans where everything is an it, and the viewpoint of the Navi where everything is thou. This is a conflict between two viewpoints. I, it, everything's an it. That's the sky people, the humans. Everything is just a thing. There's no home tree. Just another tree. Could take down that home tree and plant another tree. What's the big deal? And the Navi, everything is sacred. And sacred means wholeness. Everything is whole. Everything is integrated. Everything is in harmony. Everything is at oneness, you see. So you got these two ways of looking at the world that is in conflict right now. We are living in Avatar, where MAGA, or Trump, sees the world, other people, as an it. It sees itself, you see, its people, as whole, as in harmony with the world. But the other people, the liberals, the Dems, the colored people, they're all its, you see. So the MAGA is a metaphorical situation, if we can see it that way, is seeing the world between the eyes of the sky people as they're in it, you see, but we're whole, and the eyes of the other people who sees themselves, the other, the immigrants or the liberals or the Democrats or the marginalized people, they see themselves as part of the whole. So there's two ways of looking at the world, and this is a fight to the death we're going through right now. We're living in Avatar. So if we walk with Jake Sully, if we walk as Jake Sully, we're going to have an aesthetic arrest. Jake Sully has an aesthetic arrest. He reaches a point where he doesn't know if the dream is real or what's real. Is the human world, my old world, real, and the Navi is a dream, or is the Navi, Pandora, the real world, and the human world, my old town, my family, a dream? You say, what is it? I don't know. He didn't know. He was in a no man's land. He was struck. His mind was arrested. So aesthetic arrest can go in several ways. It can go into wonder, and it can go into paralysis, where you don't know who you are, where you are, or what to do. Nothing works. Nothing works. And at that moment, there is a leap onto the last shadow, which is death, or the unknowable, and you leap onto the unknowable, and you wake up as a whole being, as alive, and you look at the audience and you say, I see you. I see you, you see. I see. I see. For the first time, I'm alive and I see. So, aesthetic arrest of Avatar, I'd watch it again if I were you, is very powerful. Thanks for dropping in.